And now, of course, for our top story, this really will set the standard in the future for maybe Windows on a phone and Microsoft in the hardware business. This is the Microsoft Lumia 535. Now remember, the Nokia name is gone, even on the phone, on the front, at the back, or even in terms of branding and marketing. Nokia no longer is being used by Microsoft. This is pure and simple Microsoft all the way. Now we'll do this review in many different ways. Of course, we'll go through the review in terms of design, specs, the category that it's in, the price point, is it good for comparisons, all of that we'll do. But I think even more importantly, what we've really got to understand is this really going to change the fortunes of Microsoft, especially here in India? This is a typical and absolute corporate phone, enterprise phone. But does it also come in for those people that want it for their daily life? Does it have it all to become a big bestseller? The Cell Guru review starts now.
So it's finally here, the first non-Nokia branded Windows Phone device. While the absence of the Nokia logo will bring many a tear to nostalgics across the globe, but Nokia's footprint is still all over this phone. Bright colourful shells, rounded edges, curved at the back to make it easier to grip. All these are Lumia staples, and Microsoft haven't forgotten these. The phone looks and feels like a Lumia. The phone runs on a Snapdragon 200 quad-core with 1 GB of RAM and Adreno 302 GPU. As you might expect with specs like these, the phone runs rather choppily. There are stutters everywhere. From opening apps to swiping, the phone slows down to take a second to register what is happening. The outdated GPU means gaming takes a bit of a hit as well. But it runs decently enough to be playable. Windows Phone 8.1 tries its hardest to put its best foot forward. The OS is wrapped in a minimalist motif that extends to the live tiles and the app drawer to the right of them. New touches like how the wallpaper blends in with the live tiles, new folder management, the new notification center are all for the better that enhance the look of the OS. If you want to try out Cortana, the new virtual assistant, you're a bit out of luck. Right now, it's only available in the US region. Windows Phone is slowly closing the gap between it and its competitors, but there is a long way to go, especially if you're someone who likes to game on the phone. You will notice the absence of quality apps almost right away. Any way you look at it, there is a considerable app gap. The camera only has 5 megapixels to work with, but surprisingly takes decent outdoor shots. If you're someone who takes photos casually, you won't mind the camera at all. The front-facing 5 megapixel camera has a wide-angle lens that helps out with group selfies and video calling through Skype. The battery life for the phone is average, lasting about 7 hours or so on a single charge. If your office runs on Windows, this is the platform to look at. At 9,499 rupees, Lumia 535 is competently priced for what it offers. It outclasses the Lumia 630 slightly, which is cheaper and has lesser RAM, 512 to be exact, but makes up for it with a better processor and the Adreno 305 GPU, making it slightly zippier. Venture out of the Windows Phone territory though, and there are a dime a dozen Android phones, including some from the Android One program, available at the same price point with smaller screens but more apps and better performance overall. The king in this segment, of course, is the first generation Moto G. With the price dropped to around 8,000 rupees, it's the phone to beat in this segment. Microsoft's Lumia 535 may not say Nokia at the back, but follows the low-budget smartphone mentality of the 500 series to the T. Microsoft may be taking the right steps with the Lumia series, and the 535 feels like a product designed to get people to try the Windows Phone 8.1 OS. It's a good-looking phone with a decent camera for the price point, but suffers in the app selection.